the other side of the ocean, in a place we've never been. I'm thinking about you and how you're my everything. And when you're next to me, we don't have to say a word. You already know me like no one in the world. No need to impress anybody, got it all right here. I don't wanna talk, I feel like I said it all. And we don't have to play the game for anyone. I have nothing to say, and that's okay. And we don't have to fill the silence anyway. Surrounded by people, take a breath and take it in. So quiet and peaceful, comfortable in our own skin. I couldn't do it with anybody else. You know me better than I know myself. I can't think of a better thing to do than just sit here with you in silence. I don't wanna talk, I feel like I said it all. And we don't have to play the game for anyone. I have nothing to say, and that's okay. And we don't have to fill the silence anyway.
Okay, rein it in, rookie.
My step, my spot, my same routine, my hummingbird and me. I slowly in through the open window. Hear my friends sing, there's not a thing I need to be. Every day I feel relief. I see my head on my shoulders, happy looking back at me. And I think I'll thank for all the time I gave it, that I would be included in the conversation. I lost the plot, I lost my part, I'm losing patience. I don't really think I can handle getting
I get motion sickness, couple dirty dishes, missing my commitments. Wish I wasn't like I get motion sickness, couple dirty dishes, missing my commitments. Wish I wasn't like this. Yeah, I fuck this shit. 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 Yeah, I fuck this shit.
Oh, perfect. That's what I was hoping that there would be no screen. God damn it. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. All right, 1 sec. 1 second. Ah, shit. Nah, shit. Oh, wait, there I am. I don't know why it suddenly started working, but... Hello! Hello, hello, hello! Oh, let me turn it down. Hello! Oh, man, it's so weird. I haven't, This is the first time I have streamed from my home since... It's been like a month. We've been streaming outside for like a month. So it feels very weird, and I think things may or may not work. I also forgot that I updated some of the stuff. Like, I added this because it kind of looks RuneScape themed, and I like that look, so I added that there. I removed some other stuff, which I thought was kind of odd. So yeah. I mean, let me know if you guys like that or not. Also, my chat's not working on my other screen, I just noticed. Oh, am I muted too? No, I'm not muted. Nice. Pixel's here. What the hell? Dude, it's been so long since Pixel's been in here. How are you, Pixel? Reaches hand dramatically from grave. It has been several months. Where have you been? Have you been busy? Been busy doing stuff? Oh, yeah. Let me turn on the closed caption as well. You never know. You never know. Someone might come in and use it. I don't think I've ever had someone use my closed caption things, but I always have it on just in case. Muted, of course. Yeah, at least actually I've been better about it. Like 25% of the time. Used to be like 50% of the time. I would say that I was starting stream muted, but I feel like now I'm at like 25%, you know? Please, can you get me out of this grave before I've been buried alive? Oh no, this isn't a metaphor for anything. I just think it's a funny continuation of the bit. Got it. Doing college. Yeah, golly, college. College. Speaking of college, Pixel, I've also been at college for the past month. I think you probably missed it. Maybe you popped in and I just, you know, you just didn't say anything. I don't know. But I've been streaming from Penn State University like the past several streams. Mondays kind of suck for me and you start streaming at 11 p.m. Oh, rip. Yeah, I usually start stream a bit late for you. For me, it's still early evening. Got the week off? Let's fucking go! Wait, you have the week off? Wait, do you still have school during the summer? That's what I'm wondering. How are you doing, Cork? How's your day going? Are you off today, Cork? Is today an off day for you? I know most people here have it in the US. God damn it. Pengy Sun God. Hell no, I ain't off. What the... Why not? You don't get the day off today? That sucks. That's lame. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of this stream because my chat and my app isn't working for some reason. I'll have to figure that out after stream. It's gonna be annoying because I usually look at chat on this screen. Let me see if I can figure it out. Let's try doing this instead. Why would I be? Isn't today Memorial Day? You don't get Memorial Day off? I thought that was a federal holiday, is it not? Is Memorial Day a federal holiday? Yes, Memorial Day is an official US holiday. Oh wait, are you not US? Wait, I thought you were US. Are you not US? What are you? What are you, Cork? What the hell are you? What is this guy? Doesn't look like my other... I tried to fix chat. I don't think it's working still. Is what it is. How's everyone else doing? Oh, it's been a weird week for me, man. It's been a weird couple of weeks, as some of you probably know already. I'm also sweating a little bit. It's hot out. Just walked the dog and kind of rushed because, you know, stream already started a little bit late. You've never been American? What the hell? Why did I think you were American this whole time? What are you? What are you, Cork? Recently discovered an interesting survival game? Do tell. Tell me about it. Tell me about this survival game. The only survival game I ever really got into was, what was that one from way back in the day that... It was like the first one where they started doing battle royales before Fortnite was a thing. But it was also like a zombie survival game. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's some... It was fun though. It was fun though. I don't remember what it was called though. That's the only one I ever got into, and I didn't even get into it for that long. And that's not just me going through my own identity crisis. I'm passing it to you. I'm giving... I'm projecting my identity crisis onto you. That's what's going on. DayZ? No. Oh wait, H1Z1? Is that what it's called? I think you DayZ triggered a memory. So I feel like it was H1Z1 or H1 something. But yeah, that was the one I got into because some of my friends played it. And I did something really messed up to one of my friends, and it was really funny. Well, I'd say he was a friend, but he wasn't really a friend at the time. I didn't like this guy. So... Sorry, my dad came down for a sec. Fortnite used to be a zombie survival game before Battle Royale? Wait, really? I didn't know that. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, actually. Now that I think about it, I don't believe it. Like, you have simulated circulatory system heart rate. Wait, see, that's kind of how it was in H1Z1, where you had, like, different things you had to upkeep. Or, like, PUBG. I played PUBG. I don't know if that had a survival thing, though. Google Fortnite saved the world? Of course Fortnite was... You guys are trolling me. Was Fortnite a zombie game? Wait, it was. You guys aren't messing with me. It was developed as a cross between Minecraft and Left 4 Dead. What the hell? I had no idea. This is all news to me. A mental health system. Bring it back. It's probably better anyways. I bet you the OG Fortnite was better than what it is now. Actually, I take that back. A lot of people I know like it, unironically. I just can't get over the fact... I don't know, I've just always had the perception that it's like a game for kids. And so whenever I play it, I'm like, I'm just playing versus a bunch of like 12-year-olds, right? But I don't know, a lot of adults like it. You build forts to protect against zombies at night. Fortnite. That makes so much more sense. Minecraft, you protect from the zombies because they come out at night. Wow, they really tried to rip that off and then just kept the name, kind of. That's crazy. Wow. Anyways, guys, let's get into the It's Menti B Monday. It's Menti B Monday. Let's get into the Menti B. I feel so weird. I feel so weird being at home for Menti B Monday. It's so strange being at my house. And like not having a phone in my hand. It's so much easier too. Like I don't feel stressed. I don't feel stressed that I'm gonna go talk to like strangers. This feels much better. I feel so much more comfortable. I don't feel like I'm about to be put on the spot for like 2 hours. But anyways, yeah, so it's meant to be Monday, so let's get the question of the day going, shall we? Question of the day today. I don't remember what it was, but I made it something. Why didn't it work? I told you things weren't going to work today because I haven't been on in so long. Oh, I wonder if... Because, oh, this is my first stream is Sidale, too. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sidale here. Come back at you with another Menti B Monday. Yeah, I wonder if my... I bet you my... Oh, that's totally what it is. That's totally what it is. My Streamlabs is still thinking that it's Dale Corey. And so it's trying to stream to like it's Dale Corey, and so it's like slightly messed up. That's exactly what it is. I forgot about that. I changed it on so many things. But I forgot that the Streamlabs might mess it. I just thought it would automatically do it, but it definitely did not. It definitely still thinks that I'm streaming from It's Dale Corey. So that's the issue. We've discovered the issue, so nothing's gonna work. Nothing is going to work. Just a heads up. So I'm gonna actually throw that on screen so that people don't yell at me later that things aren't working. Yeah, let me put something on screen real quick. Things not working. Alerts not working. No. Rest in peace, alerts. We'll make it red. Make the background red. Wow, how about that? Or black. Let's make it black. Alerts are working. Just kidding, I think. Why did I see that come up? Fuck me, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. That was great timing, Gopal. Thank you. Thanks for the primer. Thanks for the primer. Prime hype. Hey, thank you, Cork. Thank you, Cork, for the prime hype. If things aren't gonna work, let me just put that up on screen. Instantly puts it up on screen. Instantly worked. I don't know, man. Fuck me. How are you, Gopal? I just played DBD with Gopal for like... I don't know, how long did we play DBD for? I kind of lost track of time. Oh, well, I guess I have to type the question of the day today, don't I? I don't know. Some things aren't working, all right? We'll just say some things aren't working. I don't know what the things are yet. But we're going to figure them out together. My chat's not working correctly, but this is the question of the day. I'll just type out all the questions I asked today, I guess. Question of the day. There it is. I was blinded by competition when I saw Holly was the last subscriber. When did Holly subscribe? Oh, it was during last stream, yeah. Last stream she subbed. It was about 2 hours. Nice. Okay, yeah. I've been playing Bubba in DBD. He's the guy with the chainsaw. He's kind of like a meme guy. He's like not amazing, but I really enjoy Bubba because I feel like when I'm changing the music, by the way, so I'm going to be looking around. But I feel like when people play against meme people or like people that aren't like the, you know, the top tier meta people, They just have a better time. Including me. Whenever I play like a meme character in any game, I have so much more fun than if I was playing like some sort of sweaty ass thing. Let's put this up. Wait for the ad to go through. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but like for example, in can you guys hear that? You guys can hear that. Nice. Okay. For example, in League of Legends, there's a character called Cho'Gath, and I call him Cho'Graph, and he gets bigger the more he eats throughout the game. And so my goal is just to eat as much as possible, and then I'll just say big Cho'Graph throughout the game, even if I'm by myself. And that is fun for me. So I have a lot more fun saying big Cho'Graph than if I was to play like, you know, I don't know, some meta champion that's like actually good. Yes, doing good in college. My current average grade across assignments is around a B-ish. Nice. That's good. We like B's. We went into it with as long as I pass mindset. Okay, you're doing better than you even thought. Is a C, what's passing in your college? Because I think, what was passing when I was in college? I think it was C minus or C. I can't remember what's passing. It could have been D plus. I can't remember. I just remember thinking that's really low. I think it was like D plus was passing for some reason. Maybe it wasn't. It might have been C minus. But I know it's different for different areas. But as long as you're passing, I feel like that's, you know, if you get the degree, like I feel like that's all people care about, you know. Plus, I also feel like on applications, if you just say you got like a 3.5, like I've never had an employer check that. Unless you're applying to like a college, probably. But I've never had an employer be like, did you actually get a 3.5 or whatever? You know? Not that I lie on my resume. Because my GPA was actually pretty good. Pass, merit, distinction. I'm at about a merit. Pass, merit, distinction. Is distinction like you're doing distinctly well? The magical land of the United Kingdom. You only have 3 marks. What? That does sound magical. I don't think so, but I'm trying to figure it out. Ooh, this is a long one. I like that. I think I've spent a good chunk of my life not truly examining what I want and what I want out of life, and that's why I've been surviving and not living. After this past session with my therapist, she told me to figure out what I want. I like that. Okay. I like that in therapy, your therapist is like, go figure out what you want. Like that's, they just leave you with that. They just say at the end, figure out what you want. I'll see you next session. See you next week. Distinction is the highest mark you can get, so it's like an A. Oh, all right. How does that work? Like, do you get A's, B's, C's still, and then you get categorized into one of those things? Or do you get, like, if you get a... How does grading work? Like, do you get distinction at the top of your paper? Well, there was more to... yeah. I know that there's probably more to it. No, the live chat isn't working on the side either, I just noticed. Oh, it's so annoying. Just stuff on screen is not working. Oh, the follower goal's not right either. The sub goal, I don't think the sub goal updated. Yeah, the sub goal didn't update either, dude. Oh, so annoying. Like half the stuff is not working. That's all right. I'll figure it out for next stream, but that's so annoying. Okay, well, half of it's working. We're gonna remove this for now. We're gonna remove that. The live chat is not working, so I just have a huge box on the side that is blank, which is like honestly kind of funny. Honestly kind of funny, but also not funny at all. Whatever. We'll leave that for now. I think so. Pre-college grades are 1 through 9. I did get letter grades in those. 1 to 3 are all fails, but it's almost passed. Did pretty bad. Did you even try? 4 to 9 is the passing grades. Okay. Dude. This is too difficult for me. I would fail at learning your grading system in the UK. That's too much for me. I can't. I like my system. I like my system. My system better because I know it. But yeah, 4 is pretty good. Nice. Go Paul. Yeah, so it's kind of funny because like I'm having a similar, I imagine a pretty similar conversation with my therapist, but I've had it before. It has to do with the identity crisis. We'll talk about it later. Anyone else have an answer to the question of the day? Should I post it again? I'll post it one more. I'll paste it one more time. That's the question of the day. For me, I would say no. I don't feel like I'm in line with who I want to be completely. I would say like partially yes, partially no. But we'll be getting into this during like the main part of the stream about identity crises. But I feel like I've held certain beliefs about who I am for a while, and some of them have been unhealthy. And some of them I know are unhealthy, but I still am them. And some of them I know are unhealthy, and I would like not to be those things. And so I'm trying to like transition to some other identity, and it's very difficult to do that. But there's also ones that I just don't know about. Like there's identities that I have that I don't know about, that I just grew up having, that you're not really like aware of. And so I've discovered some of those recently, and it's been difficult trying to figure out what I want to do with these identities, all these different identities that I seem to have about myself. Some that I know of, some that I don't. Some that I think are good ones, some that I think are bad ones. So we're going to talk about that later. And obviously, it has a lot to do with the stream as well, because the stream is kind of about mental health, and authenticity. And so if I'm not being authentic, like my authentic self, you know what I mean? We'll get into it. Hello! I'm glad you're using the emote. Does your name Jung Gim? Did I say it right? Hello, Jung Gim. How are you doing? Good to have you here. We have a question of the day. I just posted it if you'd care to answer it. But I like that you used my my little cozy penguin emote. But yeah, that's where I'm at with identities right now. I'm going to go into more detail in a little bit. We're going to talk about identity crises, what identities are, what I'm thinking about the stream currently, like as it's been, and where I kind of want it to go as well. Got a big one today. I wrote a lot down because I felt like, one, I wanted to write it out. I wanted to do like a journal session, kind of. I wanted to do like I wanted to write down my thoughts, but I also wanted to be able to show you guys kind of what was going on in my brain as well. So we're going to be looking at that today. Going to be looking at that. And I'm excited too about the future of the stream. And we're going to be taking it in a slightly different direction. Very, very slightly. I don't think it's going to be too major of a difference. It's still going to be about mostly mental health. Mostly mental health, but just a little bit different. We'll go over it though. All right, let's get into the Pengy Huddle Up. Pengy Huddle Up time. Scale of 1 to 5, guys. 1 to 5. Wait a minute. Where's my Pengy Huddle Up? It's gone. Oh well, I'll just click on it. Here we go. Pengy Huddle Up. Scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being the worst day you've ever had, 5 being the best day you've ever had, 3 just being an average day. Where are you guys at? Scale of 1 to 5. Also, I've been thinking with the new change of Psydale, I kind of want to have Psyduck emotes. Like, I want to change it from penguins to ducks. Does anyone have thoughts on changing the emotes to ducks? And so similarly, we would have to change this to something else. It would be not the Pengy Huddle Up, but the Ducky Huddle Up. I don't fucking know. It would be something different. A little bit of a rebrand, if you will. Feeling good 3.5 would be a 4 if I wasn't dying from heat. Oh, you guys don't have AC over there, do you? Or at least not good AC. Dude, that would suck. That would suck. Not having good AC. I feel for you, Pixel. I really do. There are places in the US where you literally can't. Like, we're in Vegas, when I used to live in Las Vegas, where it gets to be like 115 degrees, which is a lot. A lot. Very hot. You have to, or else it's like, you know, it's like a danger. It's like a danger. It's like a hazard. Might die of heat stroke. 85 Fahrenheit in the day. That's pretty hot. Honestly, that's pretty hot. Depending on the humidity too, could feel even hotter than that. Yeah, I don't think I could survive without good AC. I feel like I run pretty hot in general. I feel like I run pretty hot in general. So I don't do well in hot environments, or even like warm environments, you know. Nights are around 70-ish. That's not bad. That's pretty chill. Pretty chill. 100 is pretty standard. I would literally die. It would be a new record. Yeah. It depends on where you're at. Like, in the northern side of the US, it can hit 100. Like, in the summer, it might hit 100. But, like, in the southern US and in the Midwest as well, yeah, hitting 100 is pretty standard, or over 100. All right, what am I feeling today? So, I guess I could tell you guys about what's been going on the past couple weeks. So, so my identity crisis started like 2 weeks ago, and I started having like really bad insomnia. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my eyes are like pretty bloodshot still. And so I would be just really stressed, and the stress would keep me up, and I didn't even know why at first. I didn't even know why I was stressed. I just was really stressed for some unknown reason. We've talked about this before. It's called internal friction, where when nothing seems to be going wrong, you don't feel right when you're just like existing. Like something ain't right when everything seems to be fine. So yeah, I was having a lot of internal friction in my body and mind. And I was like, I don't even know where this is coming from. I don't know why I'm stressed, but I was so stressed in my mind and body that it was keeping me up all night. And so I was sleeping like once every 48 hours. So like once every 2 days, I would be able to sleep. Once my body was like just totally exhausted, mind was exhausted. then I could sleep. And so it really threw off my schedule. So yeah, that went on for like a week, and I kept trying to like figure out what was going on during this time. And eventually I realized I was having these I was having conflicting identities that were kind of like pulling at each other in my body. And it took me a while to see that. Well, and again, we're going to talk about it later. But yeah, so I've been not sleeping for not sleeping well for like 2 weeks. The first week I was like not sleeping at all pretty much. The second week I started sleeping better, but my schedule was just off, so it's just been kind of readjusting. But I still have moments like last night, for example. I slept for like 4 or 5 hours or something like that, and then I woke up and I had that internal friction and stress, and it just kept me up for like 3 hours, and then I went back to sleep. So I'm still having it a little bit. It's just like not as crazy. You know what I mean? 3. Nothing special, nothing bad. Nice. Average day for you. Nice. I like that. So follow-up question. Follow-up question. I'm going to type it. I'm going to type this in the chat. What is one thing you can do today to make your day a little bit better? So I kind of want to start asking that as a follow-up, because I feel like it's good to check in like how we usually do with the Penky Huddle Up and see where we're at, see how we're feeling. But I also feel like it's important to think about how you can, in the moment or in the day, make yourself a little bit better. And I feel like a lot of times, like oftentimes, it doesn't take much. Like for me, for example, it could be as simple as just like going outside. Like if it's a nice day and I've been inside, I tend to be inside a lot, as you guys know. So, you know, sometimes if I'm down here sitting in the dark all day, it looks bright because I have the lights on, but usually I'm sitting in the dark. And so if I'm in the dark all the time, it starts to be a bit depressing. And I can certainly feel that. So sometimes just going outside, like walking the dog, like what I just did earlier, sometimes that'll raise me from like a, you know, a 3 to a 3.5 or something. Take my car on a road trip, no planning, just the vibes. Is that what you're doing right now? Are you on a road trip now? Or is that something you could do? That sounds awesome. Where would you road trip to? I haven't had a road trip in such a long time now that I think about it. Like a road trip where I genuinely am just doing a road trip, you know? Not now, but could do. Yeah, where would you go? Where would you go? Also, am I saying your name right? Is it Jung Gim? Jung Gim? Jung Gim? I'm not very good at speaking Korean names. I'm much I did Japanese in college, so I'm much better at Japanese names than other Asian names. I don't have too many Korean people stop by in the chat, so it's kind of cool to see as well. Anyone else have a rating they want to give? Anyone else feeling some type of way today? Or have an idea of how they could make their day a little bit better? Actually, one way I can make my day better sometimes too is, like, a lot of times if I'm feeling depressed, I'll force myself to ask someone to do something. So sometimes, like, when I'm depressed, I self-isolate, which is pretty common experience for people that have depression. So they'll isolate themselves more and more. But if I force myself to try and hang out with someone that is like very low effort for me, someone I'm used to hanging out with, a lot of times I'll feel better after that. You just feel cold? In what way? Like physically cold? You're like chilly right now? Interesting. You feel nothing but cold. It's kind of ominous, Cork. I feel nothing, just the coldness of my cold heart, my black cold heart. Okay, so dude, sometimes Cork says something and I'm not sure if he is intentionally being ominous or if he is unintentionally being ominous. Cold makes every other feeling stop mattering. I disagree. I think there's a point where cold makes everything else stop mattering. So like I feel like if you're like legitimately freezing, then the cold makes everything else stop mattering. But if you're just like kind of chilly, like it's kind of cold, I feel like it's just normal, you know? It depends on how cold we're talking, you know what I mean? Where does cold fit on the how are you feeling 1 to 5 scale? Where is cold on this? Gabonse! Hi, Gabonse! How are you doing, Gabonse? Hello, Goat. Hello. It's me, Goat. Well, I don't have a thermometer. Damn it, Cork. Cork is either ominous or hilarious. There's no in between. There's really no in between for Cork. I feel like Cork has a few modes. He's either very ominous, very logical, or fucking hilarious. There's like 3 modes to Cork. Not gonna lie, I'm getting a tattoo that says Abyss in rune writing? What? Oh wait, I missed your other message. I love to just do stuff with no plans. Ooh. Whatever comes to mind. Interesting. You're just like a spontaneous type of person. So cool. I love that. I wish dude, I'm going to talk about this later too. This is part of my identity crisis, but I wish I had a little bit more of that where I just kind of like did stuff. I just kind of do stuff and don't think about it. I envy you for that. I envy you for that. I'm jealous. Getting a tattoo on your arm says Abyss in rune writing. Why Abyss? Why Abyss? You say it has deep meaning. What meaning does it have for you? I'm curious. Let's go back to chat screen. 3 whole modes? Does that make me 3D? Yeah, you could be like, you can have your own movie, like, see you in IMAX. I got a new job for a couple months. Let's go. What's the job? Or what kind of job? However you feel like explaining it. Sonic, hell yeah. Wait, does that mean you have to roll around? Are you one of the people that rolls around on like the skates? Do they still do that? I hope they do. Only for 2 months though, till I get nursing assistant certified. Dude, that's such a cool thing to do for like 2 months though. I feel like jobs like that can be fun. They can also be not fun though. I think it depends on who you work with and who your boss is. You know. Dude, the chat not working on the side is just bothering me too much. Can I just make the whole screen me? Is that... Can I just make the whole thing? I think I might do that. Let's try doing that. Well, actually, let's just get into what we were going to talk about today. How about that? Nice. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Shall we? Shall we get into it? We're going to be talking about identity crisis for anyone who maybe just... Identity crisis, identity crises, identities, whatever. We're going to be talking about all of it. That's what we're going to be talking about. That's what we're doing. I feel so... I feel so... Oh boy. I feel so rusty at streaming at home because it's been so long since I've streamed at home. Okay. My one thing is not plugged in, I don't think. Let me see. Yeah, give me one sec. Let me figure this out really quick. Uno momento. Oh, did that just break everything? I heard everything stop just now. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Maybe it's not broken. Says it's on. Oh boy. Please make sure. Okay. Okay. Wait. Did I figure it out? No? Maybe not. Sorry, guys. One sec. Why is this not working? I can see it on my end, but then on stream it's not coming up. Sorry. Oh. Maybe if I bring it up here. Nice. That worked for some reason. Okay. Beautiful. Sorry, guys. Roll around. Do you think he means Hedgehog? I hope so. Why did the music stop, by the way? Why can I not hear the music?
Welcome to the new generation.
Can you guys hear the music? Why is everything suddenly broken? Oh, there we go. Okay, things are working. Okay, great. So, I'm gonna be talking about identities and identity crisis in particular. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Making me learn every station in the restaurant? Every station, like the cashier spot, like the drive-through, like, is that what you mean? Wait, but answer the question though. Do you have to roller skate around? That's the important bit. That's what we're here for. That's what we want to know. EU road trip this summer with my friends, so getting ready for it. Where are you? Oh, going through 15 countries. What? So are you guys just like driving through, or are you gonna do like hikes and stuff? Are there specific like spots you're going to? What the heck, man? That's so cool. How fun is that? Do you know how much it's gonna cost roughly? Like, do you have a budget? That's exciting. Okay. So first, well, I mean, I'll show you guys what I have written, I guess. This is like everything I wrote down. So I started off with the first bit, the green area, which is how I feel about stream up to this point, like how I feel about the channel. Then I wrote down some general identities that seem to be in conflict with each other currently. I didn't write down all of them, but I wrote down the ones that are kind of like generic. There's like more specific ones that I didn't write down that you guys don't really need to know because it's not really related to anyone but me. And then there's also the pink, which is where to go next, like what I want to do next. So we're going to be talking about all of it. But I wanted to start by kind of defining what an identity is. What color we want to go with. What did I not use? Did I use red? No. Let's do a red. So we'll start with what is identity? Spending some days at some cities and little towns. Oh, that's so cool. Do you have landmarks? Like, for example, do you want to see like the Eiffel Tower? Or do you want to, I don't know, what's another big thing that people go see? I don't know. Do you want to see like the Louvre? What are the things you want to see? Are there any big things you want to see? Or are you just kind of saying, okay, we want to go from like this city and then this city and then this city, and then we'll kind of just like figure it out when we get there? We have to identify what an identity is. Exactly. And so when I say identity, this is like kind of how I define it. So for me, an identity is just something you believe about yourself. That's it. Really, really simple. But also very broad. But I feel like it's important to say that because identities are weird, right? Because when you have a belief about yourself, about who you are, that makes you want to do whatever it is that you believe more. So like, for example, what I mean by that, So let's say I feel like the easiest one, there's a few easy ones, but one of the easiest ones is, let's say you believe you are a Christian, okay? So if you believe you are a Christian, you're probably going to go to church on Sunday. If you are not a Christian, you're probably not going to go to church on Sunday. Or if you are a Christian, let's say you don't go to church on Sunday. If you're a Christian, you're going to have certain values that Christians tend to have in that group, okay? So you're more likely to follow those values because you believe you are a Christian, okay? And it's like that with any identity, all right? So like, maybe you're a Democrat and you have Democratic values, or a Republican, you have Republican values. Maybe you believe you're an athlete, and because you believe you're an athlete, then that means you're going to have to train athletically every day, or you're going to have to eat a certain way. Maybe you're a streamer, and so that makes you want to stream every day, or you need to figure out how to make better content, or whatever it is. Maybe you're an engineer, a college student, whatever it is that you think you are, whatever it is you believe you are, you're more likely to do the things that identity, you think that identity entails, right? Which again is weird. It's kind of weird because if you believe you're a Democrat, for example, that means you're going to see things that aren't democratic as not you. So that's why this term identity politics has kind of come up, because when you believe you are within a group, that means anything that is not in your group, you're gonna not believe. Okay. And that's kind of how it is with everything. So like if you are in a group and then there's something else that's outside of your group, you're gonna not be that way, or you're gonna try to avoid whatever that is. Seems backwards to me. My beliefs about myself are based on the things I do. Interesting. I see what you're saying, but if you're doing things because, or if you believe you're a certain way because of the things you do, like for example, let's say actually, Court, can you give me an example? Because I'm trying to think of it with the example that I used, which is if you're a Christian, you don't become a Christian by doing Christian values. You know what I mean? Like you start with one and then you do the other. So like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of how you could start with things you do informing who you are. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you believe you're an honest person, okay? So do you become an honest person because you've told the truth a bunch of times? And then you say, oh, well, actually now I'm an honest person. Or did you believe it's good to be honest, so that's why you were being honest in the first place? You know what I mean? I'm trying to see how you could start with doing things and then believing, you know? I see what you're saying, but I don't know how you get there. But anyways, so like I was saying, identities are weird. So identities, we'll write this in white. Identities influence the decisions you make all the time. And so everyone has different beliefs about who they are. like for me, for example, I would consider myself like a gamer. I might say, hey, I'm a gamer, so I play video games with my friends. And I'm gonna play more games because that's just kind of like who I am, you know? With your example of being a Democrat, I would think I'm a Democrat because I support abortion rights. I wouldn't support abortion rights because I think I'm a Democrat. Ah, okay. See, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be, Korg. But, and this is what I was getting at earlier. So with identity politics, right? It didn't used to always be that if you're a Democrat, all you believe is democratic beliefs. It used to be you could have like liberal ideas and then also be a Republican, you know? Or you can have conservative beliefs while being a Democrat. Like you could be in both spots at the same time. But now when most people say I'm a Democrat, that means they have all liberal beliefs. You know what I mean? Like one side does not listen to the other side. And if you hear something that comes from the other side, you're less likely to believe it. Meanwhile, if you hear something from the Democratic side, you're more likely to be like, oh yeah, like you'll accept that as true because of this identity that you're a Democrat. So everyone doing it the other way around is doing it wrong? No. I think most people aren't aware that they are... I think most people aren't aware that their identity is affecting who they are as a person as much as it is. But I don't think it's wrong to say, hey, I am a part of this group, so like I'm gonna stay loyal to the group. I don't agree with it personally, but I don't think it's like a wrong way to be either. Like for example, again, this is like an identity I have. I think I'm a loyal person, right? So if someone that I know does something that is objectively wrong, I'm gonna back them up, even though I know it's wrong. Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is back them up. Second thing I'm gonna do after the whole situation's over, I'm gonna go to them and be like, "Hey, that was wrong." I'm gonna be like, "That doesn't make sense. You not correct." Okay. I just backed you up because you know I'm your buddy. Or I'm your son, or I'm your brother, or whatever, okay? So I don't think it's necessarily like, like people who are like that are dumb, or like they aren't doing life right. That's being loyal to a fault. Some people say it's being loyal to a fault. I disagree. I think it's just being loyal. I think loyalty to a fault, for me in particular, would be like if you were loyal to someone who was not treating you well consistently. Like you were loyal to them, they weren't loyal to you, if that makes sense. Or like if you were loyal to someone who just keeps lying to you over and over and over again, and then you stay loyal to them, that's being loyal to a fault. But if you're loyal to someone and they make a mistake here and there, whatever. That's whatever to me. Everyone's gonna make a mistake here and there. But I'm not gonna like cut you off as a friend because you make one mistake, you know? Damn it. Sorry, I missed 30 seconds of that to a Mazda ad. Freaking Mazda, man. I don't know what 30 seconds you missed, but I was just saying, is it still going on right now? It says ad in progress, I just noticed. I don't know if the ad's still going. Just let me know when you're out of the ad. And then I'll finish what I was saying. All right. So yeah, identities are weird. Identities are really strange. My fucking chat isn't working on my PC, so now I'm watching PC and mobile ads at the same time. You better be making bank. Sorry to let you know, I do not make fucking dick off of ads, Trev. Sorry to let you know. I think I've made, in total, since I started streaming off of ads, I've probably made I'm trying to give like an accurate estimate, like a good guess. I would say maybe $5 over 6, 7 months. 6, 7? 2 minutes of ads should be, it really should be. I run 3 minutes so that it only goes once an hour. I could do twice an hour of 1.5, but I don't know. I'd rather get it all done at once. Maybe that's just me, but I'd rather have it all done at once so that way people don't have to sit through ads multiple times than have to do it twice. You know? That's just me, though. That's just me. All right, so I feel like this is important to get out of the way. We have this, okay? We have this whole, let's do a piss color. That's a nice piss color right there. Also, shout out Trev, by the way. Trev is doing radio now for his summer job. Is that even... I don't even know if that was... I thought I did a piss color. Maybe I didn't do a piss color. Trev is doing radio for his summer job, and he shouted out the stream, the Sidale stream, baby. Hell yeah. I got my own shout out. Identity is and should be an observation of one's behavior, not a rule set that dictates one's behavior. Behaving according to a predefined rule set is exactly how software works, but we're humans, not robots. Let me read that one more time. I think identity is and should be an observation of one's behavior. But how do you... Okay. How do you know how to behave if you don't have an identity, right? So, like, for example, Cork, with what you just said, let's go meta for a second, okay? So you have this belief here, right? How did you come to that belief? Is it just like something you naturally came up with? And if so, that probably comes from an identity, right? It's a work position, work study position. Yeah, basically I'm employed at my school for the summer. It's pretty sick. Shout out Sidale, let's fucking go, baby. I think each decision you make is informed by identities or beliefs you have about yourself. So a belief could also be an identity, by the way. So like, for example, like, oops. Let's go back. Go back. Oh, whatever. Fuck it. We're gonna get rid of the circle. Let's okay, so here we go. Let's use this one. Let's use what's a belief? Okay, let's do this one. Let's do number 8. All right, so wow, that was a sick circle. I think it like snapped into a perfect circle or oval, but kind of crazy. Anyways, so compassion for humanity versus lived experience of a seemingly widespread lack of care, right? So I feel like this kind of illustrates what I'm trying to say, which is I have this one identity, like this one belief that I should be compassionate for humanity, right? Because I have the belief that like most people are good, right? Just kind of good. But then I also have the lived experience of it seems like most people don't care. Like I feel like when I talk to most people, they don't care. So I have that lived experience, but my identity is saying this is what I believe, even though that is not my lived experience. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? Gonna be lurking, just laying down, a bit of a migraine. No, Adri! Well, thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Adri. I appreciate that. Sorry you're having a migraine. That stinks. I know you get those sometimes. I don't think I've ever had like a really bad migraine. I just get like normal headaches, I feel like. Yeah, I hope your migraine fricks off. Intuition, morality, opinion, drizzle some childhood trauma in there, and toss like a salad. It comes out automatically and instantaneously. but I'm not like consulting some guide that says, oh, I'm this type of person. Right, yeah. And that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying either. Like, I don't think people think to themselves, oh, I am Democrat, or oh, I am Christian, therefore I am going to do this thing. I think that's just like an automatic thing that happens a lot of times. Or you're more likely to do a thing because of the idea you have of yourself, the identity, the belief, whatever you call it, about yourself. You're more likely to do the thing. So like if you believe you're an honest person, if you believe that being honest is a good thing, you're more likely to be honest, you know? Like sure, you might lie every now and then, but you're more likely to be honest if you believe you're an honest person, if you have that identity belief about yourself. So maybe we actually just agree and we're just going in circles now. Bit dizzy today, so my body is... Oh! Beeble Schneebel! Thank you for the lurk, Beeble Schneebel. Bit dizzy today, so my body is telling me I need to slow down. Nice. I'm glad you're slowing down. I used to have chronic migraines. Oh! Dude, you know what? You know what I just realized after doing this? My profile picture should be this. It's like the classic Psyduck pose. It should be me grabbing my head. That should be it. That's it. That should be my profile picture. I've decided. Yeah. Yeah. I'm even wearing yellow. It's perfect. I think Christians and Democrats do consult the rules that they're supposed to follow to be a proper member of that group. I think it depends. I think it depends, Cork. I think it depends on, again, like, what type of Christian you think you are. Like, are you a devout Christian? Are you gonna... Are you someone who, like, reads the Bible and believes every single word of it to be, like, exactly accurate? Do you think, like, a good Christian is gonna go to church every Sunday? I don't know. I think it's kind of subjective to the person on how they believe a Christian should act, and similarly, like, how a Democrat should act as well. Like, a Democrat might, or, I mean, this goes for both parties, by the way. But a Democrat, you know, you might believe, if you're going to be a Democrat, you need to have a certain belief, okay? So, like, let's use your one from earlier. You know, you believe that every person has a right to abortion, all right? So, if you believe a Democrat has to believe that, so be it. Like, that's what you think a Democrat is. But you could also be a Democrat and not believe that at the same time. I think it depends on what you think a Democrat is versus what someone else. It's like totally subjective, I think. But regardless, if it is subjective, like I'm saying, then what you think it is, whatever you think it is how you are going to act, or at least inform how you are going to act. You know what I mean? So, like, if that's what you think it means to be a Christian or a Democrat, that's probably how you're going to act. Should be a far-fetched smacking you in the head with a leak. Honestly, that works too. Me going like this and then a leak just smacking me in the head. I do want to, I think I'll make the emotes Psyduck, but I also wonder if I'll get into trouble. Like, I don't know if that's against, like, will I get copyrighted for that? I don't know if that'll, I don't know the rules. I'll have to look it up. But I want to make the emotes Psyduck on Discord and Twitch, and then also I think I'll probably change my profile picture to me going like this. I'll think about it. That might be too goofy for the theme of the stream. I used to think about Psyduck being the Pokemon on me because it did, we're connected. I thought Psyduck would be funny because Mentee be Monday, because you know, like you're just like having a mental breakdown constantly. I feel like it's very accurate, you know. Laying down, but got up to my computer when I saw the cool guy. Damn, I got you out of bed. That's kind of crazy, honestly. I respect you for that. I also feel honored. Not even joking. I feel honored that I was able to get someone to get out of bed, because I feel like there's not a lot of things that I would see on my phone and be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm like getting out of bed now. Like, there's the list of things to get me out of bed is like this big. Psyduck is, yeah, I think you told me that before, Adri, that Psyduck is definitely your spirit Pokemon. I feel like for you guys, it's because of the migraines. For me, it's because I'm constantly having some sort of existential crisis, hence the stream today. Today is different. The identity crisis is different than what I usually have, which is like some sort of existential crisis, but it's related. Get rid of the two parties and amend the Constitution every 7 years like the Founding Fathers intended. Bah. Is that what they intended? For the Constitution? Really? Because now you can't touch the Constitution. Like, you literally can't touch it. You have to go through hoops and hoops and hoops and hoops to touch the Constitution. Yeah, Trev, she is cool for making the trek to the computer. For real, though. I like the idea. Gotta be wearing yellow, though. I do. I do. I feel like maybe it'll be too goofy. Because, like, my last profile picture I thought was too goofy. And so that's why I changed it to the one I have now. The GIF is in general. Is it Psyduck? Oh, also, speaking of Discord, guys. Oh, it's an actual one. It's a real thing. I didn't realize that. That's awesome. Movie night this Saturday. I just remembered. Reminder for that. We're watching Whiplash, which I don't even really know what it's about. I kind of like looked at the movies that I wanted to watch generally that I had like written down, and then just said, fuck it, we'll pick one of these. Hey, yo, what? Wait, what are we AOing what at? What did I say? Did I say something sus? It's usually because I said something sus. Please give me a reason to get out of bed. Yeah, that's... Yeah. I couldn't. Jefferson said it should be amended every... But was it just Jefferson? Was it only Jefferson? I mean, clearly there wasn't a consensus on it. Otherwise, they would have done it, right? Society evolved, changes, and progressed, and it should be fit what is most relevant. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. I haven't given it much, enough thought about just the Constitution in general. But on the one hand, I kind of get it, because back then they were going through different things. And so we are able to amend it, you know. It's just really difficult to amend it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Really the only take I have is that people should think for themselves. I mean, it ties directly to what we're talking about today. People shouldn't just think I am Democrat, so therefore I have to believe everything that means to be in that group, or like I am Republican, so I have to have all Republican conservative values. I think people should think for themselves. Do research themselves and then form their own opinion instead of just following whatever the group says to follow. You know, that's my only that's my only really big thing today. That I feel like that's the thing that bothers me today, is that people just like assign themselves to a group and then kind of just believe whatever the group says. Wait, did he say something sus? I need to clip when he does that. Dude, those are the only things that you fuckers clip. Is when I say something sus, you guys clip that every single time. I think every clip I've had is just me saying something sus. It's never something smart. It's never something normal. It's always I say something about balls or sucking peen or something. And then you guys clip that. And then that's it. That's that's all of my clips. That's all of them. Especially Gopal. Gopal's the worst. Gopal's the worst at that. Gopal is always clipping. Gopal's clipping all of my sussest moments, which I appreciate. I appreciate any clip. I'll take any clip I can get. But I would like some diversity in my clips. I feel like if someone were to browse my clips, they'd be like, this guy never talks about mental health. This guy never talks about mental health. This is nothing. This guy just makes penis jokes. That's his whole stream. Right, we're agreeing. Yeah, I agree with you there, Quark. Like, that's how it should work. Is you can say, hey, I'm a Democrat, and like that'll bias you in your own ways, and you're gonna be more likely to believe. Like, I think we're agreeing on some level, Quark. So I think it'll inform you to some degree. So if a Democrat comes out and says, hey, this is a democratic belief, you're more likely to believe whatever that is because you're already a Democrat, right? Similarly on the other side, if that happens. But whatever that thing is that they say, oh, this is like a democratic belief, you should still think for yourself and research, okay, is what this person's actually saying, is it true? Is this like a credible person? And then compare it to like whatever the other side is and make your own decision instead of just like accepting it. Because I think that's what most people do, is they just kind of like hear something and then they accept it because, you know, whatever. People are complicated. Their reasons for being on one side could be completely different from anyone else on the same side. You are not simply defined by the side you choose to take. Right. Agree with you on that. People find identity in community. True. Yeah. I agree with all of it. I agree with everything we're saying here. I think there's pros and cons to being in a community, yeah. All I'm saying is I don't think you should inform all of your decisions based off of any community that you're in or any identity that you have. And I think this is actually a good transition into my personal experience with identities, because there are some identities that you're not aware that you have about yourself, at least like consciously, that you just like kind of grew up. You know, you grow up, you're taught different things. Your parents teach you different things. Teachers teach you different things. And so you start to just naturally have beliefs. Some of them can be traumatic, you know, and repressed or whatever. So I discovered I have some different identities recently. Some of them aren't good. They're not good ones. Some of them are neutral. Some of them are good. But some of them are also at odds with each other. which is where it gets tricky, because you have two seemingly different identities, but you think you're both, but you can't be both at the same time. It's so tricky. It's so tricky. I'll just walk you through. I'll walk you through what's been going on this week. But it's a lot. It's how gangs recruit, not because they threaten as much as, hey, you need a family, we can take care of you and give you a place to belong. Yeah. I mean, that's how a lot of places recruit. Not just gangs, like any sort of, like religion kind of does the same thing. Where it's like, hey, we're a group of people who like believe in good things. And if you also believe in good things and are a good person, you should join our religion. Yeah, true. Military too, right? Yeah. Yeah. A lot of groups do that. I was about to say, I think I have a good taste in video games, but I also play lots of TV. God damn it, Cork. Dude, Cork's got some fire jokes today. That one's a bit of a roast, but also accurate. So let's start with how I feel about stream currently, okay? So, this has to do with an identity that I've